Chinese and Indian motorcycles have entered the African market early, but now Indian motorcycles are rapidly rising in Africa, but Chinese motorcycles are facing challenges. What is the reason? How can China achieve overtake? Welcome to World Hotspot, where you will be able to learn about projects, cooperation around the world and important information about China. I hope you can subscribe to me. Let us discover more interesting things around the world together. On the African continent, there is a country called Mali. In 2019, only 36% of the population lived above the poverty line, but 90% of motorcycles came from China. Similar situations prevail in other African countries. However, India's Baja Group now dominates the African motorcycle market. According to statistics, as of 2020, the number of motorcycles on the African continent exceeds 30 million, of which Baja Group's motorcycles account for 35%. In contrast, sales of Chinese motorcycles in regions such as Africa, Latin America and Asia plummeted in 2020. The main reason for these problems lies in Chinese motorcycles themselves. In recent years, China has vigorously implemented the motorcycle ban, causing a sharp decline in the motorcycle market. Manufacturers have reduced their investment in motorcycle research and development, which has led to an increasingly weakening international competitiveness. In addition, intellectual property issues are also a key factor. The development of Chinese motorcycles is relatively late, and most technology patents and invention patents are firmly controlled by Western countries. For example, in 2022, China's Jiangmen Customs seized infringing motorcycle accessories, and the property rights dispute between China Group and Honda in 2003, etc., all distracted the energy of Chinese motorcycle companies to a certain extent. In contrast, Indian motorcycle companies cooperate with Japan, the United States and other countries to set up factories, and there are basically no intellectual property issues. In addition, another reason is that a large number of European and American second-hand motorcycles are pouring into the African market. In Africa, the motorcycle market has always been occupied by European, American, Japanese and Korean brands in the high-end market, while China and India compete for the mid to low-end market. Nowadays, the influx of a large number of second-hand motorcycles from Europe and the United States has had an impact on the mid to low-end market, and Chinese motorcycles cannot compete with them. So, how should China restore the African motorcycle market? As the saying goes, all roads lead to Rome. Today, countries around the world are increasing their efforts to reduce carbon emissions, and Africa is no exception. According to data, gasoline-powered motorcycles produce 10 times more hydrocarbons per kilometer than cars. In Africa, online motorcycle hailing services are expanding rapidly. Taking an African country with a population of 12 million as an example, there are approximately 400,000 motorcycles engaged in online ride-hailing services. As early as 2019, there were 8 million motorcycle drivers in Nigeria, and the transportation industry's carbon emissions accounted for 50% of the city's total carbon dioxide emissions. The emergence of Chinese electric motorcycles can perfectly solve this problem. China's new energy industry is developing rapidly, and electric motorcycles have a first-mover advantage. China is also one of the world's largest electric vehicle production bases, and many research institutions have ranked Chinese electric vehicle companies as industry leaders. So, are Chinese electric motorcycles feasible in Africa? First of all, from a practical point of view, Africans rely heavily on motorcycle taxis to travel. However, rising fuel costs and taxes on imported fuel make the search for low-cost sustainable transport an important issue. At present, African electric motorcycle manufacturers have begun to install electric motors on gasoline-powered motorcycles, which shows that there is still a certain market demand for electric motorcycles. The second is economic benefits. Motorcycle drivers are the main source of employment for young people in Africa, and electric motorcycles are more affordable than gasoline motorcycles. They can also save users fuel costs and reduce carbon dioxide emissions. It is understood that the cost of a fuel motorcycle is about 3 cents per kilometer, while the cost of an electric motorcycle is only 3 cents per kilometer. In just 1 year, users can recoup their car purchase costs. For Africans, this has some commercial appeal. Therefore, on June 30th, China's Hawan New Energy Technology Company signed a cooperation agreement with the African country of Benin, planning to sell 500,000 electric motorcycles to Africa in the next 5 years, with a total value of $1 billion. The plan will also cover markets such as Uganda and Kenya, which is undoubtedly a new track for Chinese motorcycles to open up in Africa. Dear friends, this video ends here. What do you think of Chinese motorcycles? Do you think he can occupy the African market? Welcome to leave a message in the comment area to share your thoughts and feelings. If you like the content of this issue, please recommend it to your friends so that more people can see this video. Thank you everyone for watching and supporting. See you next time.